Spirit got me doing another one. It is 3:46 in the morning. And yeah, we're just gonna get right into this. I'm doing a dream reading. Not pick a card, this is a straight dream reading. So if it resonates, really do take it. Okay? If it don't, you'll get me. Okay? What you're taking is what ain't yours. Let's go ahead and get into this. I've been saying that for some time, and you can be one of these people that I'm talking about. Hold on. Turn up this heat. Oh, thank you, Spirit. Where a lot more people are becoming, my dreams are getting clouded because a lot more people are becoming aware of what the dream world is. That it is a separate dimension, a separate energy, a separate world that you are living in, that you can experience, that you can get messages through, that you can live through, that you can break modes through, open doors and opportunities with, heal, expand, and you're realizing that. Now, for some, when they come into the dream world and they realize that, they get extra reckless. But I feel like you are trying to get really open with it, really dive into it. And I feel like you could always dream. Like, everybody could dream. Everybody admits that to themselves, or knows that, but and everybody can dream. I don't care what sense you do or don't have. Everybody can dream. Whether you remember it or not, now that's a different story. But everybody does. You're not brain dead at night. You catching what I'm saying? You're not brain dead at night. So what the fuck is your brain doing? Your body doesn't go dead at night. It's still alive. It's still awake. There's still energy inside of you, spirit inside of you. And so I feel like you are starting to realize that and wanting to walk in and experience what that can mean for you in your life. How to grow that, how to develop that, how to enhance that. And it's like, okay, what are my dreams telling me? And I always tell people, stop always trying to focus immediately, especially when you're first getting into it. What are my dreams telling me? What are my dreams telling you? Focus on, what did I dream? What was maybe the main colors? Did I smell anything? Was it very fast paced where I kept shifting, or was it a little bit of slow? Was I able to see and experience and turn my head? Take in what you can gather. What were you able to hear? Were people laughing? Were people yelling? Were people screaming? Were people talking? Were people singing? Or did you hear people shuffling but then nothing coming out of their mouths? Like, taking in the full spectrum of the dream before, like, what is it trying to tell me? Helps you a lot, but recognizing, like, this is going to be shaping something for me. What am I taking in before? What is it trying to tell me? If you don't even know what you're taking in, how are you going to know what it's trying to tell you? Ooh, sweet. Oh, I say. We got a ring in the ears, life on the right, death on the left. Now, that's just for me. People rings in their ears for different reasons, and it's crazy because I said sensory as well. So even if you're deaf, you know what I'm saying? Let's go ahead and pull this out. This is crazy. So we got ring in the ears, life on the right, death on the left. Now, again, it can be different for you. And then it's right across from my soul is at peace, and my environment is a reflection of that. And so your spirit is trying to tune in to a dream world environment. So you can have different sounds or frequencies happening in your dream, or as soon as you wake up or in your dream, you can hear music, or you go to sleep with music or frequencies as well. Thank you, Spirit. But it's like your soul, it's like you want to get into the state where your soul is at peace before you go to sleep. Because you're like, I just need, I didn't have no water. Oh, mm. And for some, it is for a little bit of a mental escape. For others, is really just wanting to tap into that. For some, it's a little bit of both. But it's really just like wanting something that is a reflection of that. And that's why I mentioned that dreams can open doors. They can open opportunities. You can see a whole lot. It's essentially tapping into other people's brain waves and synapses, especially if they are asleep during that time, and not saying unconsciously, but it's like tapping into those opportunities, having those conversations, tapping into that RAM, if it allows. Okay? We have quit your job, no more earthly restrictions, and it's right across from my dreams provide with answers. Allows true freedom of the mind. Again, this expansion of the mind, this piece of the mind. And the reason why it's right across from this is because, especially, look, your dreams will provide you with the answers of when to quit, where to quit, what job. It's that sense. So it's like quit your job, no more earthly restrictions. And this is talking about not limiting your capacity of what it can be. This quit your job can frighten some. For others, this is like, oh, finally, I was waiting for the message. I was waiting just on a little confirmation. So this is a sense of grounding yourself and recognizing that your dreams will provide you with answers. Because for some, it may not be quit your job. It can be demand more from your job because you know that they'll do, but you haven't been doing it yet. This can be for some, I'm hearing apply to the job so that way you quit your job, that other job. And for some, this is quit your job because you know that you have another opportunity, that you have more than enough saved, that you have what you need to hold off, and that something is about to pick up. It's almost like an outside business, an outside venture, almost nomadic energy. Ashe. So your dreams, that's what I'm saying, it will provide you with it. Because that's just what I'm thinking off the top of the head of what they're giving me. So tap into the dreams. And that's where it's like take in what it is around you, the environment, what it looks like, what it smells like, possibly what it tastes like. Because you ever walk into a room and you ain't and it's just like, you can still taste the air. Or you walk into a room with like a bakery or you shop like, That's why when you're sick and you gotta take the medicine, you hold your nose. So again, tapping in something with really tapping into all these senses for yourself, getting back in touch with your body. Okay? You got a lot to do with activating that root chakra, the sixth chakra, as well as the third eye and the sacral. Creativity, expansion, stability, knowing that you're safe, no longer living in survival mode because you know but there is an expansion out there, and your dreams are telling you that. Your dreams are helping you to recognize that I can have true freedom of the mind and openness. If this is what my mind can come up with when I'm not awake, and that is just a different world, it's a different world. It's for them, right? Well, as I say. So take that in. We have meditate on this card until zoned out, then write or create what comes in once done. Okay. Now, obviously, you don't need to meditate on this card, but whatever meditation means to you, essentially. For me, it is just sometimes just staring at it, zoning out. That's what I used to do as a kid. I used to turn off all the lights, have a little blinking red light from the big old, where you would have like 5 or 6 CDs that you can put in at a time. It was that thing, and it would blink. It would have a red light. So I would just sit there in the dark, and I would just zone out and meditate. The shit I would do as a kid was crazy, and just see if I can make everything else go darker and darker and darker and darker and darker and darker until nothing but me and that red light was almost over the energy. It's essentially, and the spirit must tell you that for a reason, because I've been losing dreaming and getting visions and whatnot since I was a little bit, and so could have you. Okay, so that can be definitely significant. You possibly could have did something that really zoned you out as a child, and that can be a sign as well. So we have visions coming in, time to tap in, meditate with me. And again, meditate, 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 meditate. And I always like to say meditation is different for other people. Some people literally can't physically have the capacity to sit there and be still and quiet their mind. They have to do other things to quiet their mind. That gets them to have a conversation and get centered with self. Get grounded with self. Get grounded with spirit. I would like to say mine is dancing. Drawing sometimes. Writing. And doing tarot readings. Channeling. Is where I can really just like or just staring at a candle. So when these visions start coming in the real world, not just your dreams, when it starts coming in with clarity, confirmation, truth, reality in this 3D world, don't confuse or conflict it. Because the fact that your soul is at peace with the visions coming in and providing with this will quit your job, remove earthly restrictions, all about expansion around you, not limiting yourself to what could or could not mean. Go in within and recognize what you're truly capable of. Because that's what your dreams are telling you. You can be doing stuff in your dream like, damn, if I could do that in real life. It's like, unless we're talking about the possibility of possibly being able to fly with shit, I feel like that's just, we all getting closer and closer. I feel like, hey, once we reach a limit, there's nothing that cannot be done. The brain be doing some crazy shit with the body, and the body be doing crazy shit with the, you get what I'm saying? The brain, people be waking up after things and be knowing different language. Like, you get what I'm saying? Like, it comes from an energy of recognizing. Once I start meditating, getting in, tapping into when I'm getting these signs. So the ringing in the ears, thank you, Spirit, is there also letting me know it can be the way that you possibly get signs in Spirit as well about certain things. Because this is one of the ways I get signs in Spirit. I'm hearing when you start to do things where spirit comes in your dreams, your spirit guides, your ancestors starts to come in your dreams. Because your body reacts in a certain way in your dreams where you recognize that this is them. You can feel like an extra surge of strength or energy. It can feel tingly in the hands. For me, sometimes my hands get really hot on the inside. So Reiki healing can be very important as well. But it's something that you do in your dream world where it's like signifying that you are really tapped in. That you're going to start doing out in the real world. You're so real. A lot of black old like TV shows. So it's go have fun and allow your life to be lived. Best way to know one world is to understand it in another. A lot of people can't see themselves in their dreams. And there was one point in time where I couldn't either. But I also didn't want to look at myself in the mirror. And some people do look at themselves in the mirror. Get into the story, I'll show you. But I used to have mirrors all around my house. Just everywhere. Because I love to dance. I love to see myself dance, record myself. Like, now I'm at a point where I'm kind of like getting to a state point to start resetting up my house. I want to again, so that it's grand and great. But it allowed me to reflect more on my world and be more grounded when I need to as well. So you have to start seeing yourself more in your world. Meditate. Get back to self. Because they want to remove you from things that have been confining you. Because this might not, this might even not just be a job. Let's see if there's anything else. But the fact that you also got my dreams provide you answers in a dream reading. Your dreams will tell you. Just take your time. If you're just starting, if you're not just starting, you gotta start cataloging. I always say, and even if you can't remember too much, even if you remember what you thought about as soon as you woke up, write that down. What you was thinking about possibly as you was drifting off to sleep, write that down when you wake up. Like, damn, what the hell was I thinking about before I went to... How was my body feeling this? Time to travel. Take a vacay or break time for an experience. Yeah, really time for you to go live out life. It says your community is your center for vital resources. Some of you are building a community within your dream world, or you have one. It's time to start tapping into them. Like I said, you can see your ancestors in your dreams, your spirit guides. Start tapping into that. Because if you really want to know what's going on in the dream, start tapping into that. It reminds me of when I know that I can get reckless in my dreams. Because I also get reckless in life sometimes. Okay? Some decisions I made, I'm just like, well, spirit, happy in the end. Oh, shit. But I also can get really reckless in my dreams and do things that people may be afraid to do. Or experience what people may be afraid to experience in dreams. I'm not one to fear monger in a dream. Bitch, if I know I'm capable of creating, shifting, and moving things in my own brain, in my own will, in my own energy, in my own world, why would I be afraid to say, this is a dream? Why would I be afraid to look in the mirror? Why would I be afraid to talk to ancestors that I know I fuck with and that fucked with me? I don't fear monger over here. Why would I not be afraid to eat a fresh fruit when I know depending on what the fruit is, it leads to vitality? But that doesn't mean I'm taking food and fruit from everybody and everything. So why would I be afraid of that? It is a world. And if I have the capability in that dimension to always be protected and protect myself because I'm always protected, why the fuck am I walking in afraid? And that's how I want you to start acting in life. You have reached your ascension, completed your level. Time to level up for your purpose. 999. Yeah, time to go live. That's what it's telling you, especially for the nomadic people. Time to go live. And this scripture job to be something that's like, use your PTO, stop playing with yourself. Because now instead of you hearing what you want to hear, you hearing customers in your dream. Oh, that's why you want that peace everywhere you go. I will feel my emotions and gather a deep understanding of them. Yeah. When spirit is talking to you, like I said, it will be reflected in your real world. When spirit is talking, it will shift your gut. It will shift that truth. It will, because truth is just a matter of perspective, honestly, and facts and things. But some people don't be knowing shit. But when you're able to know and tap into that and call on that, you're a powerful motherfucker. Okay? Let's get some final messages here for you. Don't use your dream as an escape. Truly live your life so that way you don't feel like that is just a means of escape. Because if you're also using your dreams as an escape, it is hard to get answers. Because you're just trying to use it to relax. But spirits sometimes, they want to take you on a mission across the goddamn desert of the world. In the back of a blue van that you taken from a fucking kidnapper. Oh, crazy shit. So, grounding that energy. Are you going to be expected to answer when sometimes they want you to move in order to get those answers and you just want to relax? Go ahead and relax. I'm not saying you can't relax in your dreams, but don't escape. It's not. It can be, but you get. I hope you get what the fuck I'm saying. Because now I'm not going to. Exactly. We have time to recharge and clean house. Feng Shui. Yeah. That's over this entire energy. It's time to clean your house. whether that be your physical energy of, getting a new hairdo, revamp your wardrobe, taking a U day where, getting your feet done, scrubbing in and taking a bath, or actually doing a feng shui. Feng shui can just be moving 72 little things or just shifting some things around in your home, opening the windows, clearing it out. Yeah, time to get near water for a lot of you. Definitely time to get rid of it. I feel like it's your physical house. You gotta get cleansed. Ashe. Says, I am grateful for all as I prepare me for more. Yeah. I'm grateful for all as I prepare me for more. You have to recognize that. You have to be grateful for your capabilities and where it could lead you. Grateful that you're able to do these things. And I remember when I was on unemployment and I was trying to balance so many things and be responsible, and I wound up losing a lot of shit. And I was like, damn, I really should have just said fuck it and took that vacation, because shit, I wound up losing it all anyway. And I was sad and miserable the whole time. So maybe that could be a sign for somebody where I'm just like, fuck it. Because my dreams is at that point about, okay, how do I get out? How do I? It was just like, woo. So that can be a sign for some people as well. Especially with the quit your job. Like I said, applying for that job can be the quit your job. Quit the limiting of self. It's like, shit, what we gonna do? What we gonna do? Alright, Spirit is saying one final message. I'm gonna come up with that. What you got? The first card that we start with. They really finna be what you've been doing in your dream world to give you signs, messages, and clarity and understanding. Like I said, you've been trying to develop this for a while. Where it leads you, it can be a smell. I remember, I remember one time, back in Minnesota, I was driving with a friend late at night. And we were driving and we came to some place and I just started freaking out. I was like, no, we can't go this way. We cannot. And I couldn't control my emotion. And I was just like, no, we cannot go this way. Like, we have to turn around. I was trying not to freak her out. But it was this overwhelming capacity of like fear, and just like the energy wasn't my own that I was feeling. Right? And I was like, what? And I was just like, I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry afterward. I was just, I'm so fucking sorry. It was like this energy over there. It was like, if you would say it was just something was sucked me in. But it was because I kept reliving something that had happened over there in my dream. But I didn't, at that time, I had blacked out my dreams. And so when it took me over there to that energy, it was like, this is what is causing you. You are not going in certain directions in certain ways because you are blocking out a way of healing self, a way of helping self. Now, you can divert the path and go a different way, but you can also do that in a way that expands that and not limiting yourself. Because me, I get the way me and my dreams are set up, I can't go without the bitches. Way too powerful there, way too powerful out here, Scorpio type shit. But it was this energy where I was blocking myself off for some time, and it was limiting my capacity in a lot of other ways, and how I was showing up with family, how I was showing up with friends and at jobs, and it was just because I had literally clicked off my brain. I was like, I don't want to see. And that was going to lead me to healing. So we were just literally driving. And she was like, she literally, oh my gosh, thank you, Spirit, for giving me this revelation. She literally was like, yeah, because she had just got a license. I was like, yeah, girl, come on. She driving around and she was like, okay, you take lead. I was like, go here. And my body was just saying it just a little too familiar. And I was like, holy shit. And I was like, that's why I was apologizing, because I led us here. But I didn't know where I was even leading myself. But my body knew that it needed to relinquish something that I was holding on as an anchor. that was blocking me off from other things. I was like, oh my God. Oh my God. And so I think probably a night or two after that, I was able to have a dream where I went under somewhere. And sometimes they'll be like, don't go in the basement of your dream. That's why I say, don't. As soon as you're like, oh, no, and you start leading with that, I have to go in the basement of almost like an old school of mine and unarchive some shit. And that led to an emotional, a mental, and a physical breakthrough that I was just like, holy shit. Then that was in my dream. So it's just like, also don't limit yourself. That's why I was like, if you know that you're protected, but if you feel like you're shifty on that, then don't push the limit. But when you know you're protected, you know that you can push that limit. And very much so am and are and is. And always setting out protection and love. Okay? And healing. So it was this understanding that sometimes your body will start reacting in a way that it's like if you're going to shut everything down, it's going to start speaking out. So don't use it as an escape. Don't shut it down. Keep enhancing it. Keep growing with it. Keep pushing it. And you'll be able to do what you need to do and do what needs to be done, because you'll understand that there is no capacity. It's all about capabilities and pushing on that. Okay? So your dreams is telling you for some career upgrade, career change, vacation shift, break. I'm putting the layman's terms in. Expand that vision, expand that growth of what it means to truly be a dreamer. Oh my God, that was so fucking corny. Hell no. All right. I love you. Love yourselves more. We're ending this at 4:13:44. I love you. Love yourself so much more. Until next time, my babies.